Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us this Memorial Day. I'm Jeanelle Slade. Jay is off tonight. A sigh of relief for many as major flood predictions will not make the harsh impact expected across our region. But not everyone is safe from high water damage. 1 hour of storm this afternoon dropped more than 1 inch of rain across Yellowstone County. Now that amount more than doubles the record for today. The added water leaving the Yellowstone at 13.1 inches with more rain on the way. That water is expected to hit minor flood stage on Tuesday. Q2 Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire joining us. Bob, it looks like the record flood level will remain in the past, but as I drove to work today, it felt like my car was going to float away.
And you were not alone. Let me show you a picture we got from the Fifth Avenue underpass. This is overpass. This is from Shirley Dorr, and this is what it looked like. Kind of looked more like the Fifth Avenue swimming pool, didn't it? That's what was falling today. There's a lot of rain fell. How much do we get? Well, here in Billings, since midnight, this graphic shows how much we've had in Billings. We've had 1.13, Sheridan 1.45, and we still have some light rain still falling in the area right now. Doppler radar shows you that low pressure cell, although how the moisture just kind of wrap around the low that's over there by Broadus and Miles City. That low is forecast to travel a little bit farther north tonight, and as it does so, it's expected to take most of the rain with it, and the sun should come back out tomorrow. There's a song title in there somewhere, Jeanelle. The sun will come out tomorrow. Anyway, well, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Bob. Well, today's thunder and lightning brought with it a little less than we expected, prompting area emergency experts to lower the flood warnings. Q2 Samantha Harrelson is standing by safely near the Yellowstone River and has more on that tonight. Sammy.
Jeanelle, just like you guys have been saying, much of the rain that was forecasted missed us, which means that historic flooding that was predicted late last week has been downgraded. Keith Meyer, the meteorologist in charge of the Billings National Weather Service, says the river will likely hit its highest point overnight tonight. They expect that number to hit somewhere around 13.6 and 14 feet after this afternoon's rainfall. That a much more manageable number than the 16 feet they were preparing for. But just because it's better than it could have been doesn't mean that this hasn't been a serious event.
You know, even if the water went down today, this is a top 10 historic crest on both the Yellowstone and the Clark's Fork of the Yellowstone River. So this, you know, even though we're talking a reduction in the threat, this was a significant event for the county. And we just want to say thank you to all the agencies that assisted.
Officials are encouraging people to stay away from the water. As you can see, the water is still very high and moving fast. Jeanelle, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Sammy. Now, the Red Cross set up 2 shelters, one in the Billings Heights and one in Laurel yesterday. But due to lack of need, those shelters will be put on standby come 8 p.m. tonight. But volunteers say they can reopen them quickly if needed. The man who lost his life this weekend while kayaking Rock Creek in Carbon County is now identified. 66-year-old Edward Conning of Cody, Wyoming was kayaking about 10 miles south of Red Lodge on Sunday when he started experiencing some trouble. The kayak overturned and Conning was stuck underneath it for more than 10 minutes. Red Lodge Fire Chief Tom Kuntz says he believes that is when Conning drowned. 25 rescuers responded to recover the man's body. As the nation comes together on this Memorial Day, people all across the country pause to remember those who've served and died for our country.
Ready. Fire.
Ceremonies in Yellowstone County kicked off at 8 o'clock this morning at Veterans Park. Hosted by VFW Post 6774, the ceremony included a volley salute, taps, wreath laying, and presentation of the flag. A display also offered a closer look at the number of troops that served and the lives lost since the Revolutionary War. Chaplain Jim Williams says this display is eye-opening.
They don't understand how many people have sacrificed their lives. And this is not only just them, but how many people have lost their lives in the war. And that's civilians and everybody.
And ceremonies continued through the morning, including this one here at Riverside Cemetery in the Billings Heights. Led by the Marine Corps League, the traditional ceremony started with prayer. Memorial Day became an official federal holiday in 1971, and it's observed on the last Monday of May. Well, flags and salutes flying high at the Yellowstone National Veterans Cemetery north of Laurel. Q2's Zoe Zandora was on hand for today's Pride and Remembrance.
Here's the note. that was left under my truck windshield. Thank you for your service. Happy Memorial Day. They saw my veteran plates and wanted to thank me. What a simple, uplifting message.
On every last Monday in May, we find ourselves reflecting on the men and women who bravely serve today and those who have previously served our country. A day in which we pause, remember, and recognize service and commitment. A day when America celebrates liberty and freedom, honors selfless service, and most importantly, remembers brave men and women who have died in military service for the United States of America.
A day when Montana celebrates and remembers our heroes and those of our nation's unsung heroes. Aim! Fire! Every one of them volunteered while knowing the world remains uncertain, as dictators and terrorists remain poised to threaten the very freedoms we have worked so hard to protect for generations. Memorial Day is a day of solemn mourning, but it also is a day of reverent celebration. A celebration of men and women who dared all, who gave all, so that we might continue to enjoy the freedoms and benefits of this great nation. So to that anonymous note writer, I say thank you. It is my honor to serve you, to serve this great state of Montana, and to serve our blessed United States of America.
In Laurel, Zoe Zandora, MTN News.
Thanks, Zoe. Well, today we honor those who paid the ultimate price, and many American men and women step into that role every single day knowing its risks. Lieutenant General Paul Funk is stationed in Baghdad, but his home is here in Montana, most notably Roundup. Well, this morning on our radio talk show, Montana Talks with Aaron Flint, the Lieutenant General weighed in on this important day.
I'd also like to first, before we start anything, please give my respect and admiration to the Gold Star families. Tell them today I did a Memorial Day ceremony to recognize all the soldiers that we've lost out here in Iraq, and they were in my thoughts and prayers, and I just want to say thank you for their service and their sacrifice.
Are you remembering anyone particular this Memorial Day?
Almost every one of them. As a matter of fact, when I was here in 06-08, which was 2006 to 2008, I commanded 1st Brigade of the 1st Cavalry Division, and I just remembered all of our fallen. We lost 51 soldiers, and to tell you, I remember their names. I can remember the circumstances of when we lost them, and I will always remember that.
Lieutenant General Funk is currently the commander of the Combined Joint Task Force of Operation Inherent Resolve, but he prefers to call it something a little more personal. He calls it Operation Roundup. In just 1 week, Montana voters will go to the polls for the 2018 primary election. Tonight, MTN's chief political reporter Mike Dennison brings us an update on what the landscape looks like as the campaigns enter this home stretch.
Two major statewide contests are topping Montana's primary election ballot, but it is a primary, so we can only vote in one of them. I'm talking about the four-way Republican primary to choose a GOP opponent for Democratic Senator Jon Tester, and the five-way Democratic primary to select that party's challenger to first-term Republican Congressman Greg Gianforte. The big money contest is the Senate Republican primary, featuring Big Sky businessman Troy Downing, former State District Judge Russ Fagg of Billings, State Senator Al Olszewski of Kalispell, and State Auditor Matt Rosendale. The candidates have raised and spent about $4 million, but another $2.7 million has been spent by outside groups trying to influence the outcome. Almost all of that has come from conservative groups supporting Rosendale, the likely frontrunner. But in a four-way primary, the outcome is far from certain. The same goes for the Democratic House primary, where there are actually 6 candidates on the ballot. But former State Senator Linda Moss of Billings has suspended her campaign. That leaves Billings attorney John Heenan, former Land Trust Director Grant Keir of Missoula, Bozeman attorneys John Meyer and Jared Pettinato, and former state lawmaker Kathleen Williams, also of Bozeman. Heenan, Keir, and Williams are the best-funded candidates and are likely to fight it out for the nomination. And let's not forget the Green Party. It has its own contested primary for the U.S. Senate between Steve Kelly and Tim Adams, both from Bozeman. But if you choose the Green Party ballot to decide this contest, you can't vote in any Democratic or Republican Party primary. One party ballot is all you get. Of course, these aren't the only contested races on the primary ballot. Voters will decide scores of legislative primaries and races for local office, such as sheriff. There's a four-way Republican primary for the Public Service Commission seat in northern Montana, and a three-way Democratic primary for the PSC seat that includes Kalispell and Helena. We also could be looking at an above-average turnout. Voters go to the polls a week from Tuesday on June 5th. But as of this weekend, more than 110,000 Montanans had already voted with absentee ballots. Thousands more will do the same this week. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Thanks, Mike. Now, voters can also register right up until and on Election Day. Coming up on tonight's 5:30 News, the top of the world bar may have come back down to earth, but its memories will never land. We'll take a look back. And later in sports, Scott has a neat story on this Gatorade Player of the Year and how she's donating a $1,000 award.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Cohn and Jeanelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire and sports with Scott Green. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.